July 1943, the Allies were ready to strike Europe, but not through France. They went for the soft underbelly, Sicily. It was called Operation Husky, and it would change everything. The goal was simple but massive. Break Axis control of the Mediterranean, knock Italy out of the war, and open the road to Rome. For weeks, Allied forces built up in North Africa, more than 160,000 men, 3,000 ships, and 4,000 aircraft. When the invasion hit, it was one of the largest amphibious assaults in history. But behind the obvious strategy was a quieter story, one whispered in alleys and bars from New York to Palermo. To make the landing smoother, U.S. intelligence allegedly turned to some unusual allies, the Sicilian Mafia. Before the war, many Sicilian mob bosses had fled Mussolini's purges and built connections in New York's underworld. The story goes that naval intelligence and mob figures like Lucky Luciano helped provide maps, contacts, and local knowledge of Sicilian ports, especially Palermo. In theory, these connections helped limit resistance and gather intelligence behind enemy lines. It sounds like a spy movie, and maybe that's because part of it is. Historians agree the Mafia benefited from the invasion, but whether it helped the Allies land is less certain. One source put it bluntly: the Mafia did not contribute to the landings, but after the occupation, it quickly infiltrated the new administration. Still, the myth endures because it fits the tone of the war as shadow side, where success sometimes meant shaking hands with the devil you knew. Operation Husky was a military triumph. It forced Mussolini's fall within weeks and gave the Allies their foothold in Europe. But it also reshaped Sicily's power structure, reviving the Mafia's influence for decades to come. In the end, Sicily was conquered by soldiers but governed, at least for a while, by ghosts from the underworld. If you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart History for Dumb Times. And if you feel like fueling more historical deep dives, the link to buy me a coffee is in my bio.